As performances as of late has really pleased his board. And yes, for you eagle-eyed viewers, a new chairman promoted within from Notts County. I still have good old Deadpool at Wrexham though, who also regularly wants to still get involved in any way he can. I wonder what his thoughts were on me being approached for the Spurs job, but I decided to stay and ask for better training facilities, which they said yes to. And Spurs instead hired Erik ten Hag straight out of the Man United job instead. Dad was hiring his own managers though, as scouts. Rafa Benitez to Notts County confirmed. Dad, quite an eventful summer for you, considering obviously you now need to prepare for European football.
Well, one of the things we did see, wasn't it? I got a very small squad tonight, so
yeah.
I've got to be very careful what players I do buy, because obviously I need quite a few.
Yes.
So the wages I've got to think more of really than the money I'm spending.
Yeah. Which is very hard for you.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And I was losing a player as well.
Yeah, Kerr Smith was a backup centre-back for you, gone.
Yeah.
Vasco Souza, also £10 million, but you didn't use him last year.
No.
So he was gone too.
I mean, I had someone come in from a 16 million, I accepted it, and he refused it, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I had to lose money on him now. I wasn't very happy with him at all.
So, the first signing you actually brought in, Marshall McGilligan Oliver name. 21 years of age, centre-back, plays on the right as well. Really good mentals and physical attributes, quite good technicals. Kind of both-footed as well.
Yeah.
Not a bad centre-back.
There's a replacement, I think, for Smith as the replacement.
As your backup, yeah, because he's a good championship player, potentially a good Premier League standard. Then, let's have a look then. You brought in some free transfers. Balochian, which was a centre-back already, obviously filling in two of those players. Left-footed one.
Yeah. I needed a bit more strength there as well.
So he came in. Gil Martins, which was a centre-attacking midfielder. Vasco Souza just left. Gil Martins comes in. Pretty much the same from Portal B as well.
That was the problem. I had him in loan. He played really well for me.
Yeah.
But he was a loanee, so I've got to get a player in for that position.
But Zuzu, Zuzu.
I went and got two players for that position.
He's a better player, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a lot
better.
better.
I'm playing in Europe now, so I'm trying to put a squad more than anything really.
That's right, because you lost Kellyman, as you mentioned,
did,
who was at Aston Villa. So he comes in probably as that starting player in that centre-attacking midfield role. And he's very good too as a shadow striker, I think, attribute-wise. Then we have a look at Ronaldo Williams, £1.5 million. What a great pickup.
I thought that was a bargain, 1.5 million.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah.
Again, both-footed.
Only 22 as well.
You're learning from me, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Only says a good League One player. I think he's better than that.
Yeah.
I think he's better than that. Left back, good left back. Comes in actually as your starting left back now.
You've got to strengthen your defence up when you're playing in the Premier League, so this is what I've got to try and do.
Lachlan Smith, £8.25 million, a CDM from Australia. Not a bad player as well.
Nope.
You've got two positions in that. So you also signed Bohinen.
We'll get there in a minute.
32 years of age, Norwegian, plays in centre midfield or CDM. This is where you're going to be using him, of course.
Yeah. I mean, this guy might only last 1 or 2 seasons, but that's all I need him for.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we got two strikers coming in, Osney being the first one from Sporting.
Well, I only had the 3 strikers, didn't I? So I knew I needed another striker to come in and be as a reserve striker. This guy was really good, so I brought him in. And then just after this, I had an injury, didn't I, to one of my main strikers, so I had to buy another one in, bring another one in.
Top scorer from last season, Mark.
So I had to get one in because he was out for 2 months with shin splints. So I had to get another striker in. So this is the guy I brought in on loan. We're at the death. So
Victor Tatari, 21 years of age from Romania, on loan from Manchester City.
2-footed again, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah. Did you change tactic? No. Kept it exactly the same.
Yeah.
No players nailed in for this season. Your best 11 looks like this. Mark drops over here. Oviedo comes in, but we noticed, didn't we, every time that you were going to play a game, the front three would change. Like Osney was coming in.
I mean, Maloney straight in as well. So
yeah.
That's how good he was.
So Banzuzu, obviously, which we mentioned, goes in there. The two midfielders. I mean, this guy looks very good now after a season in the first team. 22 years of age, Moroccan. Your centre-back from last season, Scuglia. Still a good player.
Yeah.
So he's still in there, the Italian. And, of course, your right back from last season, Vidal's also in there. And, of course, your goalie. Don't need to change your goalie.
No, what a buy that was.
So, let's have a look at my Wrexham side and how I got on after my very disappointing season last year. Now, I still got £13 million left. Now, I did actually sell quite a lot of players, to be fair. £49 million on the outs there, but there was more. So if I went by date, I sold Gregera, who I got on a free transfer who is 31 for £33 million.
31-year-old, and you get 33 million for it.
Unbelievable. So he left the club as well. So I was happy to sell him, bring in some new recruits instead. So I started off bringing in Juan Riquelme, which was an exact replacement for just £7.5 million. And I think he's better. Mentally and physically, he is phenomenal. So just 23 years of age. He's now going to be my starting CDM. Very good player. And I have changed my tactic because after that disappointing season last year, I had to go with something different. So we'll have to find out. And I decided I needed more strikers. So Luca Fiorini comes in. What a striker he is.
Cool, definitely, yeah. 20 years of age as well.
Yeah, great physicals, good composure. Lacks a little bit of off the ball, but dribbling and finishing of 17, first touch 16. Very happy with that. So he comes in, and I'm really happy with that. 20 years of age, from Salernitana, £31 million. Scored 12 goals last year for a very average Salernitana side.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good pickup. Alfredo Silva comes in as well from Defensor Sporting, £4 million. Great centre-back, sorry. 21 years of age, Uruguayan's got an afro. Everything you want to love about a player. Left-footed too, so he's a left-footed centre-back that I needed. Great positioning, bravery, concentration. Just what I needed. £4 million. Good pickup. Then we have a look. Another £49 million gone out. So Santa Maria, which was the right midfielder, no longer playing a right midfielder, so I can get rid of him. Oviedo went for £10 million. Joe Fairs, this was one I didn't want to lose.
No, you were disappointed with this one, weren't you?
Yeah, he had a release clause. Such a low one as well, which is really annoying. Manchester City cashed in on him.
He's valued at 100 million.
Valued at 100 million. And I lost him for 17. Unbelievable. I mean, I only paid 11, but it's still heartbreaking because he was my best defender.
Player, yeah.
So losing him was sad, really. So I had to look at bringing in a replacement. Couldn't find anybody as a starting position to buy, so I loaned Dvorak from Arsenal, who, as a Czech 21-year-old, very good centre-back. I have an optional future fee, sorry, but it's a lot of money, which I didn't have anywhere near at the end of the season. So potentially could make him a permanent signing if he's good, but I don't know. Lionel San Pedro, 22 years of age. I'm excited about this guy. I'm very excited. Look how good he is. You went for him when you were looking for your centre-attack midfielder.
Yeah.
And he wasn't interested.
No, he wasn't. And I had European football.
Yeah. But he was interested in coming to Wrexham. So I guess he wants to be on the Disney Plus app, doesn't he? So, yeah, very good technical attributes, fantastic mentals, and he's got decent enough physicals and gets into opposition area. Perfect for a shadow striker. £22 million, got a goal and an assist so far from San Lorenzo. Now, outside of that, I had about £50 million left, so I decided to go all out and get myself a good goalkeeper. Diego Calai came in from Sporting, Brazilian, very good goalie, probably the best that I could pick up anywhere near. I can get anywhere near anything else as good as this. £26 million. Only conceded 2 in 4 appearances so far with 2 clean sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, great start to the season. And then finally, I loaned a player as well. Fernando, left midfielder, and that's because my current left midfielder has a bit of an injury at the minute. So my tactic that I decided to change looks like this. Yes, it's very attacking still, obviously, very different to what I was using previously, but I've got a winger on the left-hand side, a shallow striker, and an advanced or attacking midfielder there, but it is to stay wider. Just that one centre midfielder, however, not inverted wing-backs to help him out. And of course the 2 striker system. So if I went best 11, I've still got Kusiasari up front, but Fiorini comes in as well. Mohamed Cham is still there in a shallow striker role, but San Pedro could be the one to put in that shallow striker role throughout the season. He might turn out to be better. And Atubia, who is, of course, injured right now, is out for another 3 weeks. Still amazing on that left-hand side as a winger, so I want to keep him in. But Riquelme goes right in there. 2 new centre-backs. Looks like a brand new team, really. Yeah. Just basically, my full-backs and the striker is a little bit different. And Mohamed Cham. The rest of it, I've completely transformed.
Very good. Very
so,
good squad.
We'll have a look at my schedule to begin with. How have I done? Done okay. I mean, I started off bad because a 1-1 draw against Sunderland away from home was quite poor, really, considering how well I actually did for the rest of the start of the season. Because a 1-0 against Burnley, but I dominated. 1-0 against West Ham, but I dominated. Because in both of these games, I had disallowed goals, didn't I? And it was so frustrating. But the chances on creating, 21 chances there, lost on penalties to Liverpool, so I'm already out of the cup, but they equalised in the 97th bloody minute. Very frustrating after Ian Holmes put me 3-2 up. And then finally a win against Brighton, which was good, 2-1. against Brian, but we've got you very soon. Right at the end of the next month. Really interesting. And you're currently 10th, and that's because you've had a bit of a chop and change of a start to the season there.
Yeah, I mean...
You've had 2 unbelievable results.
My first league game of the season, and I take on City and I beat them.
Unreal.
And then I lost against
Nottingham Forest. Can't write it.
No.
Also got Bazuni sent off, so he was a straight red card, so he was suspended for the next 3 games.
Yeah. Started off in Europe very well as well.
Yeah, you
Hearts.
through to the Europa Conference League. Then you lost to Tottenham. 2-0, not good at all.
Nope.
Own goal, it feels like match fixing if you ask me.
Yeah.
And then
Then
Liverpool.
I'll take on Liverpool at Anfield and beat them 2-1.
90th minute from Jace Fitzgerald.
So I beat Liverpool and I beat City.
Yeah, outrageous.
I mean,
stuff.
I've got to be happy with that start, really.
Definitely, yeah.
And I've played a couple of games in Europe and I've done well there as well. So
Yeah, so your games in the group stage, you got Dnipro, AGF, Austria, Sturm Graz. They're not quite sure where they're from. Montenegro, okay. And then Cercle Bruges, which is a Belgian team as well. So
I've got a chance.
Going through there easy.
I've got a chance.
Got a chance you should be dominating that.
I'd like to think I will be, but I've got a chance. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay,
mate,
so
I'm trying to build a team that I haven't got very many players in my team, so I've got a few more in there. But
you've got enough now.
Were they good enough to be? I mean, don't forget, my main thing now is to stay in the Prem.
Yeah,
I've got to stay in the Prem. So it's no good playing well in Europe. I'm staying and not in getting relegated, is it? So I want to stay in the Prem. That's my main goal, and then I can build that last season. I think you got to go for the last season. I think
you're underselling this because you finished out 8th last season.
Yeah.
Like, you're underselling this, staying in the Prem. Come on.
And to be honest with you, that's the only reason I kept the same tactic, really, innit?
Yeah.
I finished 8th. I'm in Europe. I thought, I'm not going to change my... Because usually, if I go into Europe, I change my tactics, don't I?
Yeah.
I said to you, I'm not changing it. I'm keeping it. So
that's because pretty much the teams that you come up against are dross. So you should be beating those compared to what they've got. You've got better on the pitch.
Yeah.
So you should be beating them with this tactic. But... points-wise, you're 1 point ahead of me. You managed to pull that huge
the cup run last season done so well for me, didn't it?
With that cup run.
Yeah.
So now you're 1 point ahead going into this 9th season. Let's see what happens. So yes, Dad's Notts County side are playing European football this season and seem to be enjoying themselves in the competition, scoring goals and winning games. But will it affect their Premier League form? Because the results after each game were bad ones, and you know full well what my dad will say about the matter. Fortunately, I don't have that problem, and we battered some teams. And a combination of the new signings as well as the new tactics seen Wrexham really punch above their weight and help our Swedish striker have the season of a lifetime. And that led to me finishing in 5th place.
Well done.
5th. Come on. Down in 12th, Dad. Safe.
Yeah.
By a mile as well, 53 points. So, but mid-table.
Yeah. I'll take that. After playing in Europe as well, I'll take that.
I've got Champions League football next year.
So how are you doing in the Europe then, isn't it?
Wrexham in the Champions League. Absolutely incredible. Nice. Okay, so down in 12th, Dad, but that's still not bad. It's higher than what
I'm going to take that. It's a good season. Stay in the Prem.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Let's have a look at past positions and see what happened there. So we jumped. We switched a little bit.
Yeah.
We had very opposite graphs at the end here, where I jumped up and you jumped down, unfortunately. But yeah, I climbed back up after a good start, went all the way down to 13th at one point. The lowest either of us was 14th.
Yeah.
Which I think is quite admirable considering the size of the clubs that we have.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. I think that's really good. Now, the losses. I had the top score of the league. He had more goals than Erling Haaland. What an insane player. And he's only 24 as well. And we're in the 9th season here. This is absolutely outrageous.
You can only win a game by scoring a goal, mate. So well done.
He's wanted as well.
He's found it, isn't he?
Highest average rating. You had the joint highest assist with Osney. My wingers there with 1 less as well. Unbelievable stuff. Right. I lost 10 games. Was one of them against Notts County?
Come on.
It was. 1-0. Did I beat you? Doesn't look like it. Oh, we drew. So the 1 point I got from finishing higher, you claim back by beating me in the league. So you're still a point ahead of me right now.
There were still the cups.
Still the cups. We're on Wrexham. I'm already out of the Carabao Cup.
Oh, yeah.
I've only got the FA Cup to win.
And I'm in 2 cups.
And you're in 2 cups.
No free cup because I'm still in the Carabao Cup. So I've got the
I
FA
don't think
Cup
you've won it, though, because I think it would say something there.
Yeah, that's
Wrexham, 5th round by Norwich.
Bloody Norwich done me again.
No, that's me.
Oh, sure, is it?
It's
Sorry,
me.
yeah.
Let's have a look at you. Where did you finish? 23 goals is low.
That's the guy that got the shin splinter, wasn't it? I'm disappointed with him, really.
Quarterfinals by Reims. Is Will Steele still there? He is. Will Steele still there. The battle between Will Steele and Omega Dad beat you in the quarterfinals. 4th round by Newcastle in the FA Cup. Semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Oh, they tonked you 7-1. Oh, so it wasn't a close semi-final. And Chelsea beat them
as well, yeah.
So in the 3rd round, you beat Millwall, which we've seen. I was already out at this point. 4th round, you knocked out Brighton 3-0. Quarter-final, you knocked out Man City 3-1.
Twice then.
Yeah, and into the semi-final. Okay, what about the FA Cup? Did you knock anybody out? I knocked out Fulham there, so that's when you got knocked out.
Yeah.
And then 3rd round, you eliminated Liverpool 4-0 on a replay. That's mental, and I knocked out Carlisle. But the 5th round is where I lost an extra time to Norwich. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Did Chelsea go on and win that as well? Chelsea won the treble, the domestic treble, because they won the league. Chelsea's team is unbelievable right now. I'll be curious to see what they did in the Champions League. So Pochettino's still the manager, which, interestingly enough, we've been speaking about on the podcast lately. Yeah. Did they do anything in the Champions League? They got to the semi. Is that the semi-final or the quarter-final? They were eliminated in the quarter-final. So they won a domestic treble there. They couldn't win the quadruple, but they did beat us in both of the games that we played them against them recently. All right, let's have a look to see how you did in Europe. So the quarter-final, you lost 3-2 against Reims. That's sad, really, because you should be beating them. But you look at the teams as well in that round, like you should be going through. League phase, you finished in 3rd, drew 1 game, won 5.
Happy with that.
Gotta be happy with that.
Yep.
Dominated that as well. So you went into the round of 16 where you knocked out Trabzonspor 6-2. Quarterfinals, that's where you beat... Oh, no, that's where you lost to Reims. That's where you lost.
Yeah.
Of course, they went on through to the semis. Okay, well...
Who won that then?
Well, it went on and Reims lost in the final to Fiorentina.
That's disappointing, isn't it?
It is. So, your squad-wise then, 23 goals was only the total of Mark, who is wanted, and it does look like he got, that injury did cost him a little bit. Your loan sign is a lack of goals in here, considering how many you were scoring.
I thought my strike force was really good as well.
Yeah. 17 assists there from Osni. Vidal got 13, 10 from Oviedo, and 10 from Yilmaz. Not amazing, but next season's transfer budget, and there's a lot of players wanted here, so if you did want to accumulate a lot of money, you probably could, to be fair. Well, there's a few players you are wanted.
So they back me then, so what they do?
53 million.
I'm happy with that.
That ain't bad at all, is it?
No. When you think I've got a couple of players who wanted as well,
yeah,
I could make up a big budget here.
I mean, 47 with an okay wage. That's not bad.
That's 2 good players.
Yeah, let's have a look at mine then. So, goals-wise, 35 in 40 appearances. Not bad at all from Jonah.
No.
22 is my backup striker, which is Luca Fiorini, who looks insane now. Yeah. Very good.
The difference between you doing well and where you did is your 3rd goal scorer, only getting 8.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
If you had another one in double figures or even 2 more in double figures, you'd have been pushing then.
It looks like Klaus played quite a lot in that shadow striker role, which I'm not too... I'm more than happy with, to be fair, because he is only 23, so the more game time he gets, the better he's going to be. And considering last season he only started 12 games, this season he started 38 out of 38.
Yeah.
So Mr. Consistent for me is Klaus. He's done very well. I'm disappointed with this, though. Lionel San Pedro, who I thought was going to be my game changer this year.
Yeah.
8 goals and 8 assists. What happened, my friend? What happened there? Maybe it's because he can't jump. But I thought he'd been better. I mean, he's called Lionel. He's a left-footed Argentinian with great technique. I thought, I'm in for a winner. No, not very good. All right, I'll have to assess things, I guess, in this next summer window. He's looking very good, though, the Chilean that I've picked up. Some big players there. Yeah. How much money did they give me for our final season? 48 million. Just short of what you got.
So Notts County.
Not bad.
They're backing me more than your
I mean, you did have a new chairman. It was the same group. It was a promotion within, but you did get a new chairman.
Well, I was in Europe, so obviously I created a bit of money that way as well. Yeah. So they'd give it back to me. So that's good, really.
I guess he's in Europe now.
Yeah.
I'm in the Champions League, baby.
Right. That could be against you, though, because you're playing more games than me then.
Yeah.
So,
but I think the points tally is going to be very, very clear here because 1 point was gained and 1 point was lost.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, think I'm still behind. Let's have a look at the total.
All to play.
Scores were tight already, and my Champions League qualification deservedly gains me a point for a higher league finish. But the unfortunate loss to Dad's Notts County team eliminates that advantage. And my god, it's close going into the 10th and final season, as the scores are now Omega Luke with 25, Omega Dad with 26.